Oh, hi, it's your girl Alora, your resident 34-year-old late bloomer who did not start dating to the age of 32, and you want to know why. I have actually talked about this like many times before, but I never mind talking about it again. I always tell people I accidentally didn't start dating until the age of 32. It's not like I woke up and was like, I'm not going to date anymore. I just started pursuing, my regular life passions. I was living my life. I went to college early, which probably did contribute a little bit to that. I graduated with my bachelor's when I was 19. So like my age never meshed up with anyone in college. I wasn't really worried about it. I didn't know anyone I wanted to date. Fast forward to getting through graduate school, starting my first job. I just was like out there to live in my life. And when people say like love will find you, or you don't have to look like it'll happen eventually, it wasn't happening. I'm the oldest of 10 kids. All of my siblings had no problem meeting people through college, through work, through extracurricular activities. They all started to partner up. Even my youngest sister, by the time I was 32, she was 16. She'd already had 2 boyfriends. Like nobody had an issue with it except for me. Like it just felt like that part of my life was passing me by. So I sort of started to just avoid dating and put my time and energy into things that I knew would have known positive outcomes. I knew if I went to school, I could get a degree. If I pursued my job, I could develop a career. If I wrote a book, I could finish a book. If I read a book, I could enjoy a book. If I planned a trip, I could go on a trip. Those had known positive outcomes. But the thing that's hard about dating is no matter how much time and effort you put into it, there is no known guaranteed positive outcome. You are hoping to connect with someone looking for a partner at the same time that you're looking for one, and that you just meet each other and mesh. Like, it's wild. But because I didn't have those relationship milestones, the older I got, the more embarrassed I became. Like, it crippled me, this feeling of being inadequate or some sort of like grotesque gargoyle. Like, how was everyone else in the world meeting people, but I was somehow repelling everyone I met? That's what it felt like. And the concept of chance just didn't seem like it was applicable in my situation. I had no idea that being a late bloomer, not having that experience until later in life, was actually super common. I literally thought I was the first person to have this lived experience in the entire world. So that like fear and shame really held me back the older I got from even trying. Because I was like, who's going to want to deal with this? And then one day I said, fuck it, I don't really care. I just feel like this is something that is holding me back in life, and it shouldn't. It should be just a fact about me, like the fact that I have dark hair, brown eyes. Like it is not indicative of my value or my worth. It is just, it is just how I lived my life up until now. So it took a while to overcome that fear and shame. Now I talk ad nauseum about it, and I've become like an accidental like late bloomer spokesperson. I always tell people this is like my soapbox moment. This is like, I can talk for hours on this. But that's the long and the short of it. And it is something I talk about frequently on my channel. So welcome if you're new here. And if you want to see how my first dating forays unfolded, if you look in the playlists for Late Bloomers season 1 and 2, I documented all the craziness that happened last year, including dating, sex, meeting Drew Barrymore, the works, all of it's there. But yeah, that's the long and the short of it.